Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sandra, and if you are new here, I'm a fashion stylist from Vasa, Finland. I have my own styling company, Våga Styling, and I also have my social media channels. But welcome to my channel that is all about fashion and style. And today I will be talking about a fashion topic that my heart beats a little bit extra for, and that is thrift shopping. Secondhand shopping, call it whatever you want, but going to a thrift store and find pieces that have been worn by others before. A couple of years ago I would have told you that I think it's a bit disgusting to wear clothes that are old and that other people have had, but today I don't think so, and today I feel like going to a thrift store you can find whatever, and you can find unique pieces and unique styles, and I love it so much. And the feeling when you find something that you have wanted for maybe €1, I mean, that feeling, it's... Today I will give you my 10 best tips on thrift shopping, because I know you have been asking me about this. Today I'm going to give you these tips, or the best tips I know for thrift shopping.
Before we start this video, I have a favor to ask of you. I know I have done this before, but since that gave me so much and I'm so thankful, I will ask the same favor again. If you like my videos, now go and give it thumbs up this video, because I love doing fashion videos for you. I love this communication we have here on YouTube, and I can see that a lot of new people are coming here to my channel, which is so much fun. And of course that is thanks to you that have liked my YouTube videos. So please, now before we start, give it thumbs up and I will be able to show you more fashion related stuff.
Tip number 1 is to have a shopping list. This is extremely important when you go thrift shopping, because if you just, well, of course you can just go to a thrift store and be like, yeah, let's see what I find. But the problem is then that you will probably become overwhelmed of all the clothes in the store. You will go there 3 minutes and then you will feel like, whew, it's too much. So my best tip, and that I always have myself, is a shopping list. On this shopping list, it should say what you need or what you just want. When I have this list, it's so easy to go to this thrift store and know what you want. And that takes me to tip number 2. I have heard many people say to me that, yeah, well, I should book in like a whole day when I will visit a lot of thrift stores, take a lot of time for it. Of course you can do that, but my tip is to have maybe an hour, not more, because you don't need a lot of time to go to a thrift store when you have your list and you know what you want. And when you have only like an hour, then you know you can't go everywhere and search. You will have to focus on those things that you need. My third tip, this is of course a bit hard in some cities, smaller cities, because it depends on what kind of thrift stores you have in your city. But at least in my city, in Vasa, we have this thrift store called Red Cross. And the Red Cross is of course part of the movement that helps people in crisis. So why I love the Red Cross thrift store is because when you go inside, you will find everything already in different categories. So for example, if you know that you want a pair of black jeans, you can go to the part where they have jeans and you will also find black ones in the same corner. So that makes this whole thing a lot easier than if you, let's say, go to a thrift store where it's people selling their own stuff, because then it can be 20 different jeans, and you can find interior things, and you can find like computer stuff. There will be so many things all over the place and you don't know where to look. That takes me to tip number 4. Now when you have your shopping list and you go to hopefully a thrift store that has already categorized everything in different parts, then it will be so easy to take your shopping list, check, okay, I want a white shirt. Okay, well then let's go to the part where they have shirts and where you can see they have white shirts. So for me, that will only take me a couple of minutes, like 2-3 minutes, to check all the white shirts and be like, okay, yeah, here I found one. Let's take this and try it out. So easy. And that also means that now when you have your shopping list, if it doesn't say that you should buy a pair of black jeans, then you don't go to the part where they have the black jeans. Understand? Tip number 5. So now when you are trying on the clothes that you found in the thrift store, because you should of course try them out, then you can think of, okay, so can I change this? Like say for example you have a coat and you don't like the buttons. Can you change the buttons? And I actually have an example of this, because I bought this coat a couple of weeks ago and I did not like the buttons at all. They were in silver and some kind of, I just didn't like them. I will put in a photo here so you can see the before picture. But then of course I bought new buttons, so I'm going to change them and put on new ones in gold and buttons that I like. Tip number 6. This is close to the 5th tip, but that was things you can do yourself. If you want something done with the piece but you feel like you can't do it yourself, then go to a seamstress, because even though that will cost you, you probably have paid, like for this coat that I showed you, it cost me 9 euros. And let's say I go to a seamstress, they do something, we say the changes cost me about 30-40 euros. Still, I have paid less than 50 euro for this coat. That probably would have been like 150, 200 or 250 in the store. Go to a seamstress and get it perfectly done for your shape, and I can promise you that you will love it even more. Tip number 7. So I know that when you go to a thrift store and everything is so cheap, it's easy to feel like, yeah, well, I'll buy this now. I mean, it's only 50 cents, it's only 3 euros, like, I can buy it. But be careful with doing this, because even though it's cheap, it's not sustainable to buy a lot of clothes, even though they are from a thrift store. And you will still have the same feeling as if it was a new piece, that when you have it in your wardrobe and it's something that you are not 100% certain of, or you don't love it, then it will become something that drags your energy. And yeah, so just don't buy stuff even though it's only 50 cents or 1 euro. That shouldn't be the reason to buy it. Be 100% sure that yes, you want this, you need this piece in your wardrobe, and you will feel a lot better and have so much more energy when you open the doors to your wardrobe. Tip number 8 is similar to the 7th tip, And that goes under another thing that you shouldn't buy just because. And that is that you, for example, like me, when I do thrift store shopping, I only buy if it has a good material. For example, cotton, silk, wool, like, you know, all of these kind of natural materials. But sometimes when you have this idea of something that is good, then it might be that you find something and, well, yeah, you like it, but it's not like the perfect choice. But then you see that the material is like, wow, it's 100% silk. So you feel like, yeah, you should buy it when it's 100% silk. But don't, because still, even though the material is good, that won't change the fact that maybe it isn't 100% perfect for you. Always go with the pieces that feels 100% you, and that's also have a good material and, you know, all of these things. Don't buy only because you have this idea of that you should buy it. So my 9th tip, if you feel like you want to look a bit more trendy, don't go for clothes that were trendy like 10 years ago. Instead, look for clothes that are older. Right now, the 80s and the 90s are super trendy. Like this blazer that I'm wearing right now. It has a bit wider shoulders, like in the 80s, which is so trendy right now. Same with the waist and how did my jeans, what they look like. So if you want to look trendy, then you should go for the right time period of the clothes. And right now that's not if they look 10 years old. The right ones are 20 years or 30 years old. My last tip, tip number 10, goes together with the 9th tip on how to look trendy even though you buy thrifted clothes. And that is to style them together with something new. For example, today almost my whole outfit is thrifted except for my shirt that is new. And that is one way of feeling fresh if you are doing thrift shopping, to combine the old clothes with something new. And also, one last like bonus tip, when you buy used clothing, it might be that they are a bit... Okay, so I'm sorry, but I have no idea what these words are in English, so hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If not, well, I don't know what to do then, but hopefully you will understand me. But you know, when you buy stuff, especially like knitted sweaters, the material can be a little bit uneven. It can have like bumps. And my best tip is to invest in Swedish knopp machine. It has a scissor inside, and when you go through your clothes with it, it will remove all of those, you know, things that you don't want on your clothes. And that will also make your clothes look fresher and newer. So if you don't have this kind of machine, this cost me 10 euros, so not much at all. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, you guys, those were my 10 tips on how to do thrift shopping like me. Hope that you liked it. Remember to give it thumbs up and to subscribe on my YouTube channel if you are new here. Have a lovely week.